All right, so when you look at EVs, you wonder how many players are going to come into the space at one given time. The biggest auto show in the world is Shanghai. And believe me, everybody is at the dance. My name is Paul Barron. This is Tech Path. Today we're going to dive into Honda. Now, Honda has been a name that has been known worldwide as high quality vehicles that basically just go forever. And I think the fact that this company is moving a little slower into the EV space is a bit of a challenge. However, at the same time, when you look at what they've basically opened with, not a bad vehicle. It is called the E-Prototype. It is an SUV. It's basically a production version, which is scheduled for spring of 2022. They are part of a 10 electric vehicle lineup, which again, everybody's kind of moving to this space that the company wants to sell in China over the next 5 years. We see so much happening in both the Japanese and the Chinese automakers in terms of their lineups. Remember, you got to remember, that was a double, remember, but you have to understand that Tesla is still the King Kong over there. It's like 130,000 Model Es that were sold. So there is a lot of room for companies like XPeng, NIO, Honda, and the likes. You know, we're going to see Toyota in this space, and I think it's going to get a very, very heated very quickly. So very cool that Honda has come out with this vehicle. Apart from the design, Honda did not disclose much about the E-Prototype. The company just said it's based on a Honda Dynamics technology. Man, I don't even know what that is. And the fact that it's going to have a dynamic yet smooth acceleration performance. Well, it's a car. I would hope it's going to have a good acceleration performance. This is a problem that these people are dropping all these vehicles with little or no specs. Honda needs to get to the game faster than they're getting. And I think even though this is a good first step for them, or first of many, but I think it is a commitment by the company to kind of start moving in this direction. So we'll see how it goes when it comes down to production, which is kind of the scenario here. Would you use a third generation Honda Connect with connectivity solutions that will allow it from over-the-air updates to a voice recognition? This is going to be kind of the question mark as to what kind of tech company or what kind of tech Honda's putting into their vehicles. That is going to be a scenario that I think we'll see a lot of innovation in a lot of, especially in the Japanese automakers, that we could see some very interesting aspects of feature sets that could really migrate into the US cars made by Honda that could really start to kind of set the pace here. So the cool thing is that I feel like we have actually crossed the chasm of old school automotive industry to new school automotive industry. Now, granted, there's still a lot of makers that are basically slapping a lipstick on a pig, but at the same time, they're making a very, very powerful attempt to start really moving in this direction, which is the good part. That's the good part that I think everybody is trying to get to. There's nothing really related to range on this car, power, fast charging capacity, or any other questions an EV owner would like to pose. Being a prototype, it all promises to be close to a series production, so we'll see, because I saw the EQS, which by the way, we did an EQS video, make sure to check it out. But I saw the EQS prototype. That car was so much sexier than the actual EQS production vehicle. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the production cars, the engineers get in there, they get a little bit, they start to question their design, forward thinking, and they're worried about consumers not jumping into it. I feel like the consumers are way out in front of the space right now. And I think 2021, 22 is going to be the year that it's going to prove it to them, all these manufacturers. And I think we'll see early refreshes on a lot of these cars coming down the pipe. Because remember, most of these vehicles will go out for 5 to 10 years before they refresh the vehicle. I don't think that's going to be the case with a lot of these vehicles. So regarding Honda's kind of overall program, because they have a plug-in hybrid, I don't even want to mention the name, but they do have a plug-in hybrid, which I think is the absolute problem process in developing an EV, true EV lineup, is to even give the remote capacity to do a PHEV, which I just feel like is a waste of time and money. You need to spend the money, engineering dollars, design themes, technology advancements, and move it to the next vehicle layer, which is going to be EV without a doubt. I just can't imagine you would spin it in any other way. We only know when it comes to put all this on for sale that it's based on the Sport Hybrid IMMD system, which means that the car can be propelled by the electric motor or by the gasoline engine. That's for the plug-in hybrid, of course. This, again, as I said, I feel like is just a waste of time, and Honda needs to get with it and move to the next, game in the hand. I think you just got to do it. So anyway, if you're listening over on the podcast, we are dropping a lot of videos right now from the Shanghai Auto Show. This would be a good time for you to jump over to the YouTube channel right now, search Paul Barron Network. Boom, you're going to get all these TechPath coverages along with our coverage on cryptocurrency. Maybe you haven't checked out if you're onto cryptocurrency, check out the one where we interviewed Michael Saylor on Can Bitcoin Survive? There's a lot happening in that space. So make sure and tune in, subscribe to the channel. Also, ring the bell, because that's going to give you notifications and let you know when we have new stuff coming up. Also, if you want to get somebody on the show, maybe a CEO, or you'd like us to cover something in a market mover session here on TechPath, just shoot us an email to producer@revernetworks.com or hit me on Twitter @Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.